G'day guys, it's Aaron here from Hobbies Direct, and today we're talking to Lewis Solar. Going to talk about all things vintage bash and vintage RC. So take it away, mate. Why are you here? Who let you in?
Nick Michaelides let me in.
Yep.
He bought me a burger and he asked me to bring some vintage cars so we could talk about the vintage bash.
Fantastic. So now that you're on payroll, thank you. Yeah, tell us stuff, man. What's the vintage bash?
Well, the vintage bash is an event that we run on a yearly basis now. We're about up to the fourth one this year.
Yeah, 4.0.
And it's an event that brings out not only the old vintage cars, but a lot of the vintage drivers as well. And it's all about
the guys that drive vintage, or they themselves are vintage guys?
A bit of both.
Cool.
A bit of both. Vintage cars and vintage drivers. Loosely based on the Goodwood Festival of Speed. Just
yeah, nice.
Old race cars, we get to see them on the track again. Get to see cars on the track that you may have had as a kid. And with all these new re-releases coming out left, right and centre, it makes it very, very simple.
Yeah, fantastic. I've noticed the colour schemes on them is the thing.
Well, the 80s was all about fluoro, and so were the early 90s. So a lot of these cars, that's when they came out. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to just give me a quick rundown on what's in
Probably the oldest car that's on this table would be the Tamiya Frog. So that's an original Frog from, I think it was 83. 83, some people probably weren't born in 83, but that's an original Frog. So that's a 42-year-old car.
It doesn't look. It's in good nick, man. You've looked after it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And fortunately for us, that may have had one as a kid and can't get hold of the original one. Now Tamiya have a re-release one, which is exactly
like my pink one back there.
That's similar. That's not even funny.
Yeah, and I'll put them both on the bench, pan the camera around, and put that over the top of what we're saying now.
The unique things about some of the old cars were the way that they were designed. It was whatever ideas went in people's heads. They literally drew them down, and that's how the car was designed. There was none of this CAD stuff. It was like, let's try this and see if it works.
Computer-aided design for those taking notes at home? Which is why we get the insanity of like the single shock for the whole back of the hot shot.
The hot shot.
And the mono shock up front.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll throw some close-ups on that as well.
The older the cars were, the more wild the designs seemed to be, and then eventually it sort of funneled its way down to a one type of thing, which was carried across most manufacturers. Yeah,
they're really, really good looking, and so we just run these at the. Tell us about Vintage Bash. How's it structured?
Yeah, so every year we do something a little different. Last year we based the Vintage Bash around the IFMA World years. So every 2 years. There's a federation which runs a world championship.
Yeah.
The first one was in 1985, and this will be the 40th anniversary of that first one. So,
yeah.
We
and
tried
Back to the Future.
Yeah, well, it is a little bit Back to the Future, true. We try to base the classes around those sort of eras. So, you may have a memory of certain cars racing each other on the track when you were a kid. We sort of modelled ourselves around that to start with. This year we may put a little bit of a twist on it, so yet to be announced.
Yet to be announced, so have to stay tuned.
Yeah.
And Vintage Bash got a Facebook page?
Yes, the Vintage Bash, as simple as that.
There you go. it's an easy one to find.
Yeah, very simple.
It's actually a pretty active community.
We've got over 4,000 people from all over the world on it at the moment.
Well, that's the thing. I went to the last Vintage Bash 3.0, and there was international audiences, people who've flown over from America and from Japan.
Yeah, for the same reason. It's generally guys that have these memories of the cars running together in groups of a similar age, and the Vintage Bash is an event that offers that. People get to see that. As well as that, because we're running on an outdoor track and there's dirt, grass, blue sky. There
really is something to be said for seeing the cars in their natural habitat.
Yeah. So our little moniker for this year is History in Motion. So,
I like that.
So rather than on a shelf, you actually get to see the cars on track.
That's so cool, man. I cannot wait. I'll definitely be there and have a hoon around. I'm no race driver, but I do have quite a few old style Tamiya kits. That's my original Blitzer Beetle there, and my original Super Hornet up there.
Super Hornet.
I'll have to put them on track.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome, man. We'll put some links down below in the description. Follow us on the socials. There's going to be many updates lean
Yep.
towards it. When's 4.0?
At this stage, we're more than likely going to be having it over the Cup Day long weekend.
Yep.
We generally start on a Thursday, so it'll more than likely be the 30th of October through to the 2nd of November.
That's up in Knox.
At Knox.
For everyone else around Australia, Knox in Victoria.
Yeah. So the track is not as old as the cars.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and also if guys can make it from America, then you can make it from Sydney.
Yeah.
Or Radelaide.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Cool. Nationwide, international,
I think
worldwide event.
This year we'll have a big Japanese contingent, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Maybe we should start a. Maybe I should have a Hobbies Direct Works race team.
Wow.
I could get Ronnie on board. I could get Nick and Ron.
I
on
can
board,
suggest
surely.
a car to run for that one.
Yeah.
Soon to be released Hornet Evo.
I do like a Hornet Evo. You know what we should do? We should unbox that in the next video.
I think it's a good idea.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for part 2, which will release at some point after this one.
Sounds good.
I don't know when that'll be. It'll be very, very soon. We're actually going to film it right now, even though it is getting unbelievably hot in this room. Thanks so much for being here, man.
Too easy.
Let's end this one here, and we'll see you in the next video where we will unbox a Hornet Evo.
Yep.
Bye.